Hi everybody and welcome to today's Chinese pod lesson. I'm Joe.
大家好，欢迎来到中文播客，我是庆林。
In today's lesson, we are talking about meeting new people and exchanging information. And of course, nowadays, when you meet new people, you exchange social media information. So what kind of social media platforms do we know?
脸书、
That would be Facebook.
推特，
That sounds the same. Twitter.
我们中国人喜欢用微信和微博。
Of course, in China, you cannot get around Wechat and Weibo. So let's check out what the people in our dialogue are exchanging today.
有空吃个饭吧。
好啊，
这是我的微信号。
加了，你看一下。
有空吃个饭吧。
好啊，
这是我的微信号。
加了，你看一下。
有空吃个饭吧。
好啊，
这是我的微信号。
加了，你看一下。
Before explaining the details, let's break down the dialogue line by line.
有空吃个饭吧。
If you're free, let's have a meal.
有空吃个饭吧。
If you're free, let's have a meal.
有空吃个饭吧。好啊，
Okay.
好啊，
Okay.
好啊，这是我的微信号。
This is my Wechat ID.
这是我的微信号。
This is my Wechat ID.
这是我的微信号。加了，你看一下。
It's added. Have a look.
加了，你看一下。
It's added. Have a look.
加了，你看一下。
Oh my God.
What's wrong?
Look at this. A legal letter. See? They claim that our product name and website infringes on their trademark.
But we have a registered website and a domain name. But did you ever file a trademark?
They are actually demanding that we sign over our domain name.
Did you know that not having a trademark registration is not only important for the brands and trade names you use for your goods and services, but also for your website? Don't risk losing your domain name and social media pages because of a trademark dispute. The Trademarkers Network of intellectual property attorneys can file your trademark reliably and also give you guidance if someone else before you has filed or registered a trademark with your brand. Go to www.trademarkers.com today to make sure you get the brand protection you deserve.
So our conversation here starts somewhere in the middle because they're already making plans. And the first line is, if you're free, let's have a meal.
有空吃个饭吧。
So the first here is, if you are free.
有空，有空。
So 有 means to have and 空 is free. So this together, to have free, but it's this to be free to have time. So we could use this to ask a simple question already, like, are you free?
你有空吗？
And how would we answer this maybe?
有空，
That would be, yes, I'm free.
也可以说没空。
I'm not free, so I don't have time. Okay, and we can ask more complicated questions with this as well.
Joe， 你星期天有空吗？
Whether I'm free on Sunday. 有空.
有空吃个饭吧。
Okay. So if I'm free on Sunday, let's have a meal. So this is the same structure now as in our dialogue. So after 有空, you can put the thing you want to do. So asking, are you free to do something? And here it is.
有空吃个饭吧。
So let's have a meal. So here this ba in the end indicates some kind of suggestion. So this is why it becomes let's have a meal. But let's talk about this to have a meal part in between. This is 3 words together. What was that?
吃个饭
吃 is to eat. Fan is a meal. And ge is actually a counting word. So normally we use this to count things. But here we are not actually counting the meal itself, like 1, 2, 3 meals. No, we're counting more the occasion. So it's like, let's have a meal one time maybe. So this ge is more a representative of one time here. And then together it's, let's have a meal.
吃个饭
Lynn, do you have some other examples where we have the structure with ge in the middle?
聊个天
To have a talk.
游个泳
To go for a swim.
跑个步
To go for a run. Okay, here, let me ask you one more question. Like, the difference, what is the difference between 跑步 and 跑个步?
一样的
But
跑个步比较口语
口语 is colloquial. So if you have this ge in the middle of so-called compound verbs, then this is more colloquial. So it makes it a little bit more personal or sounds like a spontaneous suggestion. And the structure only works with compound verbs. So that's a verb, then you have ge, and then the actual object. So 跑步 becomes 跑个步. Until now, you have learned how to ask somebody whether he or she is free and how to make a spontaneous suggestion. So Lynn, can we somehow practice this all together?
好啊 Joe 你明天有空吗
Whether I'm free tomorrow? 有空
你明天有空跑个步吧
Wait, you're telling me I should go for a run? I thought we were doing things together.
好一起跑
Yes. So my answer was yes, but what was the answer to the dialogue question, let's have a meal together?
好啊
So this how is good, and together with a, that's a particle to make it more expressive. So it's like, yeah, of course, good. And then afterwards they're going on to finally exchanging social media information. And the guy says,
这是我的微信号
So here the last word is WeChat ID.
微信号微信号
So we said WeChat, only WeChat would be,
微信
and how in the end is like a number. So this means then together the WeChat ID. But let's shortly talk about the sentence here. In the beginning of it we have this is.
这是
And then my.
我的
So this together, this is my, and then WeChat ID.
这是我的微信号也可以说这是我的邮箱
So we can use the same structure to say different things, of course, as well. So this was right now, this is my email address. What was email address again?
邮箱
So how would we, for example, say in the business environment, oh, this is my business card.
这是我的名片
Oh, 谢谢. What else could we say?
这是我的电话号码
Oh, yeah, of course, the telephone number.
Hello, friends. This is Sarah Chung, a content creator for Chinese Pod. Each week, we find new topics relevant to you and send them to your mobile device. Currently, we have over 4,000 lessons on the app covering a variety of topics. A huge thank you to all of our subscribers who make this amazing journey possible for all. If you are not a subscriber and you would like to try us out with no obligation, go to ChinesePod.com and start your free 30-day trial. You have nothing to lose and so much to gain, so sign up now.
So the guy gives this girl his WeChat ID, and then she says, added you.
加了
So here we have the verb to add something.
加
And here she doesn't say what she added, but of course she means either you or his WeChat, the WeChat ID. And here this 加 is together with a particle.
了
And this particle indicates like a situational change or that something is done. So this is why this to add something here becomes added.
加了
And then she tells him to have a look.
你看一下
So this is 你, you, and then to have a look.
看一下
And 看 is to look. And together with this 一下, it becomes like an indication of a short time, like to have a short look. And this doesn't only work with 看, but with many other verbs as well.
闻一下，
Oh, like to smell for a bit, like take a smell.
听一下，
Oh, like to listen for a bit. So after we've discussed all this, we can now check out the dialogue again.
听一下对话吧。
有空吃个饭吧。
好啊，
这是我的微信号。
加了，你看一下。
有空吃个饭吧。
好啊，
这是我的微信号。
加了，你看一下。
有空吃个饭吧。
好啊，
这是我的微信号。
加了，你看一下。
Today you have learned how to ask somebody whether he or she is free, and if they are free, how to make a spontaneous suggestion of what to do.
有空吃个饭吧。
If you're free, let's have a meal. And we have talked about exchanging social media contacts. So you can say something like, this is my WeChat ID.
这是我的微信号。
But I have heard that some people do approach this whole social media thing a little bit differently recently. And they would maybe go, instead of IDs and numbers, would maybe go like, 这是我的二维码。
哇哦
Scan me.
好啊，我扫你。
So if you guys have any question, either scan this or leave a comment in the comment section below. My name is Joe.
我是庆林，
下次见
见，拜
拜拜
拜。
Now, here's a vocabulary recap.
有空，
To have time.
微信号，
WeChat ID.
加
To add.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 4358. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/4358 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/4358.